today's video, we're finally getting around, me, finally getting around to the project of planting a plant on my archway. I've been meaning to do this for a week now, which isn't very long when you consider that I just bought this arch at a yard sale a week ago. But I've been doing a lot of research on what vining plant would be perfect for my conditions here in California, zone 9B. It gets really hot. In fact, I was going to do my intro outside, but it's 91 degrees right now, and as you can see, I'm already sweating and I'm in the house. So anyway, that aside, I finally decided on a plant for my archway, which I will insert a video or a picture of that. But it is a clematis, and this has miniature pink. Yes, it gets miniature pink flowers on it. I got it from a local nursery here in California, and I was told when I bought it that the green part, the leaves, the vine part of the plant love a lot of sun, but the roots are kind of sensitive to heat. So when you plant it, I was told when you plant it, you need to plant plants around it and give it kind of a mulch type situation to help the heat in the soil be lower. So that's what I did. I went to a other nursery and I bought some plants, 6 packs. First I bought this lobelia, I think that's what it's called. No, verbena. Why did I say lobelia? It's a verbena. Anyway, I believe this one is an annual, and these guys are so ready to go. I accidentally knocked it off the table and they all plopped out ready, like they are ready to get in the ground already. Anyway, I thought that one was really pretty. I am an experimental gardener. You gotta know this. I made this whole channel because I want to experiment with my garden and I want to remember the experiments that I did. So, you know, this whole channel is really just for me to remember what I've done, when I did it, if it worked out or if it didn't work out. I don't know if these plants grow good together. You can't really look up on YouTube and say, does a clematis and a verbena grow good together? I don't know. Let's just try it. That's what my type of gardening is. It's experimental. I like to experiment. And going with that experimental gardening, I decided to get cosmos as well, strictly because of the blooms. Honestly, these blooms are amazing. So pretty. I had to. They're so cute. They match my hat. And then last but not least, this one might be the biggest experiment of them all. I was thinking I would do cucumbers. Now these ones are the pickling cucumbers because I have been wanting to try pickling my own cucumbers or making my own pickles, however you want to say it. Anyway, and I thought, what better opportunity than to grow them here in my garden? And so I thought, while the clematis is growing over, maybe the cucumber could grow on the trellis as well. Will it work? I don't know. That's why we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna try it. And I've been trying to pick the right pot, but really the only pot that I have that would work for all of these plants, or work for all these plants, is my 5-gallon grow bag that I had for my potatoes. I got some for my birthday from a friend, and they got 3, and I only needed 1 because I have a small balcony, so I couldn't grow that many potatoes. Anyway, so I thought, why not just use this? Yes, I know it's probably not going to be great for the roots. You're supposed to get a thicker pot for a clematis, but I'm just going for it. Like I said, I'm experimenting with it. Let's just do it and get it over with already. I'm ready to see things start blooming. So I'm going to show you how I plant it up. Hopefully outside, but if not outside, probably inside, and I'll just place the pot downstairs. I also did do my research on cucumbers, and cucumbers like a very rich soil. They like to have a lot of compost, a lot of chicken manure, that type of stuff, to help with the nutrients at the nitrogen in their soil. So I am going to be putting a lot of compost into my grow bag, and how that's going to affect the other plants, I don't know. Again, experimenting. So I will definitely keep us all updated on how this goes. Wish me luck. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is prep work. If I could go back to beginner me and tell me one thing, that would be put a tray under every plant, because the soil, water that comes out will stain whatever it comes in contact with. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put this bag into this tray that came with a different pot that I no longer have. Anyway, but what could happen is the water gets stuck in here, bugs get in there, it causes the plant to have too much water in it. So what I like to do is I like to drill a hole on the side like so, and then I'll take my drip tube and I'll put it on the side so that the when the water gets to a certain level in this tray, it will start to drip out wherever I want it to go. And this is going to be going right next to a flower bed, so I'll just point it to where the drip tube is going into the flower bed. So I'm going to show you how I do this. First of all, gotta take your screw gun with, I forgot what kind of bit this is called, but let's just call it a twister. Yeah, because my husband's gonna be so embarrassed, and my dad is too. I do know what this is called, but I just can't remember it right now. Anyway, I'm gonna make it to where it kind of gives it a little bit of room, probably about a quarter of the way down. I'm going to just drill a little hole here, like so. There's a little hole right there. Then what I'll do is take my tube and this little connector. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but anyway, if you know drip tubing, you know this connector. Connect it to this side of the tube, and then put this into this side of the tube, this side of the tray. Might be a little bit hard, but I've done it before, so I know it will do it. I might have to, there we go. So now that is in there, and as you can see, it moves a bit, so it might leak a little bit. So what I like to do is put a little bit of hot glue around the base of it so that it stays put and it doesn't move anywhere and it doesn't leak. But that is how I make sure that my plants don't leak onto the concrete, and I wish I would have known this trick earlier so that I wouldn't have stained so much concrete. Learn from my mistakes. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start by putting the compost into this pot. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna start with a layer of soil because I don't feel like the roots are really gonna get to the bottom of this, so it's kind of wasting compost if I put it at the very bottom. So I'm gonna start with soil, and I have it already in this container because the way this bag is shaped, if I put the soil in and then try to put in the container, it's not going to fit in this tray. So I put the bag in first, formed it to the tray, and now I'm going to put the soil in so it will help it solidify, I guess. So I put my soil in one of these dog food containers, so that I can just pour it in when I need to. There, so my lasagna planter has started. I started off with soil. I'm gonna put a little bit of that slow release or organic fertilizer. I'll show you what it looks like. I I just saw it on the shelf and I bought it because I've been wanting to do more organic things. And I know that, you know, the whole food crisis that's going on is because we're not using organic things for our fertilizer, and it's destroying the ecosystems that these plants are living in. So I'm trying the potent. Oh my lord. Beautiful. Anyway, I'm gonna sprinkle some in here for our second layer of lasagna. This lasagna stinks. And then I'm gonna put my compost layer. Whoever said gardening was not a workout was not doing it right. Alright, so time for our plants. I'm going to plant the clematis right here in the middle, and then we'll work around it. I'm going to add a little bit more soil because I feel like it needs a little bit of a lift. So the next thing I'm going to be planting around the base of it is going to be the cosmos, because they do the most. These guys are going to be the closest to the plant, because if I plant them in the very front, they're going to cover the verbena. Why do I keep forgetting his name? Verbena. Should have raised the soil. I should have raised the soil level a little bit so these plants were more up, but it's a little too late now. Alright, last but not least are our cucumbers. And I've heard that these specific kind of cucumbers can grow very close together. As you can see, they're growing 2 in 1 anyway. But anyway, they say that they can grow them very close together. So another reason why I picked this variety. For his specific hole that I'm making, I'm going to put a little bit of compost and a little bit of that chicken coop poop. I'm feeling like I could get away with another cucumber in here, but I'm not going to do it. 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 Who's going to know? How would they know? You know? I'm just going to leave it how it is. Alright, so now I'm going to go and place it where it goes on its trellis, and then I'm also going to, I think I'm going to take the stake out actually first, and then I'm going to go place it where it goes and water it very well. Very, very well. So we're all done. This is what it looks like from the top. I used some tomato thingies, I don't know what those are called, to put them up on the trellis. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to really keep my eye on it so it doesn't choke out this rose bush, but for now that's what it looks like. I will keep us updated.